Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, August 21st, 2026. Big show today. MLB, WNBA, Soccer, Little League World Series, NFL Preseason, Golf, NASCAR, NFL Wide Receiver Rankings. On this day, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start with baseball. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today's games. Cards over the Reds 10-9, Guardians over the Giants 5-2, Jays over the A's 5-1, Royals over the A's 6-2, Brewers over the Mariners 7-4, Braves over the White Sox 2-0. That was the makeup game from June 11th. Yanks over the O's 6-1, Rangers over the Nats 2-0, Angels over the Astros 18-3. All right, 4 o'clock this afternoon, Braves at the Brewers. Great game. 1 seed battle possibly. Ooh, and here's something sexier. Chris Sale and Jacob Mizorowski. This is probably one of the games of the year. Brewers minus 138. Braves plus 126. Over under 6. Overs minus 104. Unders minus 118. Braves plus 1.5 is minus 5. Brewers minus 1.5 plus 168. Under. 6:30. Cards Phillies. Hunter Dobbins and Jesus Luzardo. Phillies minus 245, Cards plus 225, over under 8, minus 110 each way. Cards plus 1.5, minus 104, Phillies minus 1.5, minus 115. The gap, I think, is too big. I think the Phillies are too big of a favorite. I'm not going to go Cardinals outright, but I'll go Cards plus 1.5 and minus 104. Either they win outright or they lose by a run. 7 o'clock, Blue Jays Yankees. Mason Flaherty and Cam Schlittler. Yankees minus 198, Jays plus 182, over under 7, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Jays plus 1.5 minus 137, Yankees minus 1.5 plus 114, under. Cam Schlittler plus that Yankee offense is an automatic under. Giants Red Sox. Logan Webb and Sonny Gray. Red Sox minus 168, Giants plus 156, over under 7.5, overs even money, unders minus 122. Giants plus 1.5 is minus 146, Red Sox minus 1.5 plus 122. This is a hard one. But I'm going to go with I'm going to go with the over at even money because of the Giants bullpen. Nationals Marlins. Brad Lord and Ryan Gusto. Marlins minus 146, Nats plus 136, over under 7.5, overs minus 122, unders even money. Nats plus 1.5 minus 164, Marlins minus 1.5 plus 136. I'm going to go with alternate total 8.5 over plus 112. 7:15 on Apple TV, Rays O's. Freddie Peralta and Trevor Rogers. Orioles minus 122, Rays plus 114, over under 7.5, overs minus 122, unders even money. Rays plus 1.5 minus 196, O's minus 1.5 plus 162. I think the wrong team's favored here. Give me the Rays at plus 114. Why are the Orioles favored against the Rays and they're dogs against the Yankees? Makes sense to that. It's just the Vegas favoritism towards the New York Yankees and that pathetic offense. That it's because of the name of the team, not necessarily the players on the field. 7:30 Mets White Sox. Sean Manaea and Sean Burke. The battle of the Seans. White Sox minus 140, Mets plus 134, over under 7.5, overs minus 124, unders plus 102. Mets plus 1.5 minus 170, White Sox minus 1.5 plus 140. I'm going to go again all over 8.5 plus 112. 8 o'clock, A's Astros. JT Ginn and Hayden Wisniewski. Astros minus 172, A's plus 158, over under 8, minus 110 each way. A's plus 1.5, minus 144, Astros minus 1.5, plus 110. I'm going to go over 8, minus 110. Tigers, Royals. Troy Melton and Noah Cameron. Tigers minus 108. Royals even money over under 8.5. Overs minus 102. And there's minus 120. Tigers minus 1.5 plus 46. Royals plus 1.5 minus 176. I like the Tigers at minus 108. On Apple TV, Angels, Rangers. Reed Detmers and Mackenzie Gore. Rangers minus 140, A's plus 130 over under 7.5, overs plus 102, unders minus 124, Angels plus 1.5 minus 184, Rangers minus 1.5 plus 152. I like over 7.5 plus 102. 8:30, Guardians, Rockies. Joey Cantillo and Tanner Gordon. Guardians minus 154, Rockies plus 142 over under 10.5, overs minus 120, unders minus 102. Both teams plus and minus 1.5 is minus 110 each way. I'm going to lay the run line with Cleveland. 9:30, Reds, Diamondbacks. Nick Lodolo and Eduardo Rodriguez. D-backs minus 142, Reds plus 132 over under 8.5, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Reds plus 1.5 minus 166, D-backs minus 1.5 plus 132, like the under 8.5. Twins, Padres. Connor Prelip and Randy Vasquez. Padres minus 116, Twins plus 106, over under 8, overs minus 122, unders even money. Twins minus 1.5 plus 168, Padres plus 1.5 minus 205. I like the Padres at minus 116. Um, 10 o'clock, Cubs, Mariners. Matthew Boyd and Emerson Hancock. Mariners minus 108, Cubs even money over under 7.5, overs minus 122, unders even money. Cubs minus 1.5 plus 160, Mariners plus 1.5 minus 194. I'm going with the Cubs at even money. They're the better team. And last but not least, Pirates, Dodgers. Bubba Chandler and Yoshi Yamamoto. Dodgers minus 225, Pirates plus 205 over under 8, overs minus 114, unders minus 106. Pirates plus 1.5 minus 108, Dodgers minus 1.5 minus 111. I'm going to go with the under. Okay, the weekend real quick. Alright, Saturday 1:30, Jays, Yankees. Dylan Cease and Ryan Weathers. 2 o'clock, Braves, Brewers. Bryce Edler, Logan Henderson. 4 o'clock, Fox Sports 1, Nats, Marlins. Jake Irvin and Yuri Perez. I don't think anybody would guess both those teams would be less than 10 under 500 at this point. 6 o'clock, Cards, Phillies. Andre Palante and Andrew Paintner. 7 o'clock, Rays, O's. Shane McClanahan and Brandon Young. Angels, Rangers. Ryan Johnson and Cody Bradford. A's, Astros. Jacob Lopez and Hunter Brown. Mets, White Sox. Christian Scott and Luis Castillo. On Fox at 7:15, Giants, Red Sox, Blade Tidwell and Patrick Sandoval. Tigers, Royals. Drew Anderson, Michael Wacha. On Fox, Cubs, Mariners. David Peterson and Cade Anderson making his big league debut. How about that? National TV for Cade Anderson's big league debut. And also on Fox, Pirates, Dodgers. Jared Jones and Tariq Skubal. They were probably hoping for Paul Skeens against whoever. Skubal. They were probably hoping for Skeens Skubal in that one, but nope. 8 o'clock, Guardians, Rockies. Tanner Bibe and Gabriel Hughes. Reds, D-backs, Rhett Lauder and Michael Soroka. Twins, Padres at 8:30, Dean Kremer and Casey Mize. Sunday, 1:30, Cards, Phils. Kyle Leahy and Chris Sanchez. Rays, O's. Nick Martinez and Shane Baz. Jays, Yanks. Jose Soriano and Carlos Rodon. Nats, Marlins. Jackson Kent and Jansen Junk. 2 o'clock, Astros hosting the A's. Jack Perkins, Christian Javier. Tigers, Royals. Framber Valdez and Daniel Lynch. Mets, White Sox, Nolan McLean and TBD. Angels, Rangers, 2:30. George Clason and Cal Quantrill. 3 o'clock, Guardians Rockies. Foster Griffin and Tamayuki Sugano. On NBC, instead of Sunday Night Baseball, 3:15 NBC, Giants Red Sox. Carson Wisnott and Jake Bennett. 4 o'clock, Cubs Mariners. Shota Imanaga and Brian Wu. Twins Padres. Bailey Ober and Walker Buehler. Pirates Dodgers. Carmen Mudzinski and Blake Snell. 4:15 on Peacock, Reds D-backs. Andrew Abbott and Mitch Bratt. And last but not least, 7 o'clock on ESPN. Little League Classic, Braves Brewers. Martin Perez and Shane Drowan. So Sunday Night Baseball is technically on ESPN this week. Alright, so there you have it for baseball. Now move on to the WNBA. We'll go over the results from yesterday, look ahead to tonight and the weekend. Wings over to Fever 91-85. Aces over to Sun 101-78. And the Dream over to Sparks 124-88. Alright, so Friday, 7:30 on Ion. Lynx Mystics. Friday as in tonight. Lynx -2.5 total 165.5. I'm gonna lay with the Lynx. They're just better than the Mystics. Also 7:30 on Ion, Valkyrie Sky. The Falcons are giving 6.5 totals 163.5. I'm gonna lay it with the Golden State Valkyries. And 10 o'clock on Ion, Fire Tempo. The Fire are giving 2.5 totals 182.5. I'm gonna go with the under. I think that's a high total. Saturday, 7 o'clock on Prime Video, Fever Liberty. 9 o'clock on Prime Video, Sun Sparks. 10 o'clock, Dream Mercury. And then Sunday, 4 o'clock on NBA TV, Storm Wings. 7 o'clock on NBC and Peacock, Fever Sky. So they flip-flop the WNBA and Major League Baseball on their cable or on their time slots for this weekend. And then Mystics Fire and Aces Tempo. So there you have it for the W. Now move on to soccer. We'll go over results of note and look ahead to today and the weekend. The Premier League begins tonight or today, I think. But we didn't get the chance to pick the games. Yeah, it's going on right now. Alright, yesterday's results. La Liga, Rayo Vallecano, Alaves 1-1 draw. Pro League Al-Hilal of Alfaya 3-0. And then today, so the German Cup, we have some finals. Karlsruhe SC over Preuben Munster 2-1. Frankfurt over SC St. Tonis 11-0. And Kaiserslautern over SV Waldhof Mannheim 1-0. And going on right now is Hansa Rostock and VfB Stuttgart. Pro League Finals, Al Nassr over Al Raida 4-0. Al Daira over Al Hazim 1-0. And then going on right now is Al Qadiaj and Al Idiad and Al Fazli and Niam SC. Also going on right now in the French League 1, Marseille and Strasbourg. EPL going on now, Arsenal Coventry City in the opener, and in La Liga is Real Betis and Real Sociedad. Alright, Liga MX tonight. 9 o'clock, Leon and Monterrey. I'm just gotta find it real quick. There you go. Monterrey plus 125, Leon plus 185, draw plus 60, and goes Monterrey plus 125. Tigres Adelante. Tigres minus 10, Adelante plus 460, draw plus 350. Tigres should win. I'm going to go under 2.5 goals plus an 8. I think they win 2-0. 11 o'clock, FC Juarez in America. America minus 40, Juarez plus 330, draw plus 290. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals plus 110. And Querétaro and Toluca. Toluca minus 120, Querétaro plus 280, and the draws plus 280. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals here too at plus 130. All right, Saturday, Premier League, 7:30, Hull City Man United, 10 o'clock, Everton Crystal Palace, Ipswich Town Sunderland, Nottingham Leeds United, and 12:30 on the big NBC, Brentford Tottenham Hotspur. And in La Liga, 11 a.m. on ESPN2 is Athletic Club in Sevilla, 1:30 Valencia Celta Vigo, and 3:30 on ABC Espanyol Real Madrid. MLS is busy, 7:30 Montreal Galaxy, Charlotte DC, Cincy Seattle, Miami Toronto, Orlando Salt Lake, Red Bulls Chicago. 8:30 is Austin Philly, Nashville Columbus, St. Louis Houston, 9:30 Vancouver Dallas, 10:30 LAFC Portland, San Diego Colorado, and San Jose Minnesota. And then the Women's League, 6:30 on Ion, KC Seattle, 7:30 North Carolina Boston, and 8:45 Portland Denver. I think I missed the Women's League when I did tonight. So let me do a U-turn. Very quickly. Yeah, tonight, 10 o'clock is Seattle, Utah. Seattle -10, Utah +216. So it's the draw. I'm going to San Diego -110. So it's only one game that I missed. Liga MX, 7 o'clock, Guadalajara, Tijuana. This is back to Saturday, 9 o'clock, Puebla Santos, and 11 o'clock, Cruz Azul and Atlas. German Cup's busy, 7 o'clock, Energy Cottbus and FC Augsburg. SV Wehen Wiesbaden and Bayer Leverkusen. 9:30 FC Erzberg Aue and TSG Hoffenheim. That was 9:30 as well as Hemmelingen and Hannover 96. Leuenberger, SK Hansa and Werder Bremen. MSV Duisburg and SV Elversberg. Saarbrücken and Hertha Berlin. Victoria Köln and FC Nürnberg. And at noon, Eintracht Trier and RP Leipzig. SG Sonnenhof Grobach and Arminia Bielefeld. And TSV 1860 Munich and Holstein Kiel. Serie A, 12:30 Inter Monza, Udinese Como, 2:45 Genoa Napoli, and Parma Cagliari. The second and the fourth game I said are on CBS Sports Network. French League 1, 11:15 Lens Auxerre, 2:45 Le Mans, Brest, Nice, Lorient, Toulouse, Lyon, and Troyes Paris FC. German Super Cup 2:30 is Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. ELC 7:30 Birmingham City, Bristol City, Lincoln City, Portsmouth, Millwall, Norwich City. 10 o'clock Blackburn, Middlesbrough, Derby County, Cardiff. CBS Sports Network, Preston North End, Wolverhampton, Queens Park, Bolton, Southampton, Stoke City, Swansea, Sheffield, West Ham, Charlton, and Wrexham, Watford. In the Dutch Eredivisie, 10:30 Fortuna, Sittard and AZ Alkmaar, Sparta Rotterdam, FC Utrecht, and Heerenveen, PSV Zwolle. NEC Najima, Knicks, Gladiator postponed. Pro League, 11:45 Alpha Tail, Eddifak, 12 o'clock Al Khaloud, Al Toon, 2 o'clock Al Ali and Al Ba, and Al Khalij and Al Shabab. Scottish Premiership, 12:45 Dundee United, Dundee, and then postponed Rangers, St. Mirren, and St. Johnstone Celtic. Whew, that was a lot for Saturday. Sunday, EPL, 9 o'clock on Peacock, Brighton and Hove Aston Villa, Man City AFC Bournemouth, and 11:30 on USA, Newcastle Liverpool. La Liga, 11 o'clock ESPN2, Atletico Madrid Villarreal, 1:30 Getafe Racing Santander, 3:30 ABC Elche Barcelona. MLS, 4:30 New England NYCFC, and 7 o'clock Atlanta Sporting KC. Women's League, 2 o'clock CBS Sports Network Chicago Louisville, 4 o'clock ESPN2 Washington Orlando, 6 o'clock CBS Sports Network Bay FC Houston, and 8 o'clock on Ion Angel City FC Gotham. Liga MX, 7 o'clock Atletico de la San Luis and Pachuca. UNAM Necaxa. Serie A, I'm skipping the German Cup, that's too much. 12:30 Frosinone Juventus, Venezia Lecce, 2:45 Atalanta Sassuolo, and Torino AC Milan. French League 1, 9 o'clock Angers Lille, 11:15 Le Havre AS Monaco, 2:45 Stade Rennes and PSG. ELC, 7 o'clock West Bromwich and Burnley, that's AM. Dutch Eredivisie, 6:15 a.m. Go Ahead Eagles, ADO De Haag. 8:30 PSV Eindhoven and FC Groningen, and 10:45 FC Cambuur and Feyenoord Rotterdam. And there you have it for a lot of that soccer. Now we'll move on to the Little League World Series. we will go over the results from yesterday and today so far, look ahead to today and the weekend. So yesterday it was actually canceled because of the weather. So going on right now, bottom of the second, Leon, Nicaragua over Turkey, Panama on ESPN2, and on regular ESPN, Tacoma, Washington, and Warren, Texas are 2-2. A couple of finals: Henderson, Nevada over Hamilton, Ohio, 6-5. Tijuana, Mexico over Sydney, Australia, 7-1. Curacao, Curacao over Tokyo, Japan, 6-0. And Davenport, Iowa over Bonita, California, 1-0. And then tonight, 6 o'clock on ESPNU, is Brno, Czech Republic, and Seoul, Korea. And 7 o'clock on ESPN, Westchester, Pennsylvania, and Bayonne, New Jersey. All right, Saturday, elimination games, 1 o'clock ESPN, Vancouver, Canada, and Sydney, Australia. 3 o'clock on ESPN, Bridgewater, Massachusetts, and Hamilton, Ohio. 5 o'clock on ESPN, Santiago, Dominican Republic, and Tokyo, Japan. 7 o'clock on ESPN, Phoenix City, Alabama, and Bonita, California. And then Sunday's TV, double elimination, 9 o'clock ESPN. It's double elimination all day. 9 and 11 and 2 on ESPN, and 1 o'clock on ABC. So there you have it for Little League World Series. Now move on to the NFL preseason. We'll go over the results from yesterday, look ahead to tonight and the weekend. Raiders come back to beat the Texans 22-20. That was on ESPN. And the 49ers beat the Chargers pretty good, 41-17. All right, it's 3 games tonight, 7 o'clock, NFL Network, Jets, Steelers. I would assume the Jets are favored here. Yeah, 1.5 total, 37. I'll lay the points with the Jets only because they're deeper at the quarterback position than the Steelers. And I think they're going to have more hungry guys. 7:30 Panthers, Jaguars. The Panthers are giving 1.5 totals, 37.5. Kind of like the over in that game. I think there could be some points. Haynes King. 9 o'clock NFL Network, Packers, Broncos. The Broncos are giving a whopping 5.5 total, 41.5. I think that's a Jared Stidham number. I'm going to do all under 40.5, minus 112. And then I'm going to do picks for Saturday, because it's NFL. At noon, we have Commanders, Lions. Lions are 1.5, total 37.5. Kind of like the Commanders at minus 102 to actually win. 1 o'clock, Ravens, Vikings. Vikings are 3.5 totals, 36.5. LA with Minnesota. NFL Network, Bills, Browns. Browns are 2.5 totals, 36.5. I like the over. I think there's going to be some points there. Falcons, Colts. Colts are 3.5 totals, 36.5. Kind of like that over too. 4 o'clock, Giants, Dolphins on NFL Network. Giants are 3.5 total, 36.5. I'm gonna lay with the Giants. I just think that based on the practices, I think they're gonna be ready to go. I can see Dart playing a little more. Saints, Rams. Saints are 1.5 total, 37.5. I'll lay with the Saints. 7 o'clock, Bears, Bengals. Bears are 2.5 totals, 36.5. Lay it. NFL Network, Eagles, Patriots. So AJ Brown against his old team. Eagles are 2.5 totals, 36.5. I'm gonna go with the Patriots plus 2.5 and plus 108. $7:30 Chiefs, Buccaneers. Bucks are 5.5 totals, 37.5. That's a lot of points. I'm gonna go with the over though. 10 o'clock on NFL Network, Cowboys, Cardinals. The Cardinals are -1.5. Totals 37.5. I'm going to lay the points with the Cardinals at even money. And then 8 o'clock on Fox on Sunday night is Seahawks Titans. Titans are 4.5. Totals 38.5. I'll go over with that one as well. All right, now move on to golf. We'll look at the current leaderboard for the BMW Championship. Your leader right now with the score of 10 under is J.J. Spawn. Tied for second, 9 under. Chris Gotterup, Sanjay M., Gary Woodland, Wyndham Clark. Tied for 6, 8 under. Patrick Hanley, Michael Jordan. 8th place, 7 under. Rory McIlroy. Tied for 9, 6 under. Victor Hovland, Russell Henley, Lovey Gayberg. Christopher Rattain. Tied for 13th with 5 under. Rio Satune, Adam Scott. Ashke Bahida. Tied for 16th with 4 under. Xander Schauffele, Ryan Gerard, Matt McNeely, Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, Alex Smalley, Eric Cole. Tied for 23rd with 3 under. Scotty Scheffler. He bounced back after a rough day yesterday. Robert McIntyre, Matt Fitzpatrick, Matt McCarty, Justin Rose. Tied for 20th with 2 under. Tommy Fleetwood, Jacob Bridgman, Alex Fitzpatrick. Tied for 31st, 1 under. Jake Knapp, Seb Straka, Aaron Ray, Cam Young, Siwoo Kim, Michael Brennan. Tied for 37th at even, Kurt Katayama, Alex Noren, Ricky Feller, JT Potson, Ben Griffin, Tom Ken, Hideki Matsuyama, Sam Burns. Tied for 45th with 1 over, Min Woo Lee, Ryan Fox. 47th, 2 over, Bud Cauley. 48th, 3 over, Nico Acabria and C. Thiglia. And 50th with 4 over, Nikolai Hojard. So, there you have it for the BMW Championship. Now we'll move on to NASCAR. We do have a couple of races this weekend. Tomorrow at 1:30, we have the Truck Series from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the EJP 175. The starting grid will be available soon. I don't have odds for the race yet. But I'm going to go with Christian X. No apps till a week from today from Daytona. And then the Dollar Tree 301 on Sunday afternoon from New Hampshire in the Cup Series. So the Dollar Tree 301, my pick to win the race from New Hampshire. This is a hard one. If the better drivers are up top. I'm going to go with a little semi-long shot. I'm going to go with the red hot driver from earlier in the year, Tyler Reddick, at 18-1 to win the Dollar Tree 301. Okay, NFL wide receiver ranking. So, I do the starting 3 receivers on every team's depth chart and rank them. So, altogether, it should be 96 wide receivers. I know there's going to be wide receivers that are not on the list now that could end up being starters because of injury and whatnot. So that's the risk with this rankings. So without further ado, my 2026 NFL preseason wide receiver rankings. 96, DeZon Stribling, 49ers. 95, Caleb Douglas, Dolphins. 94, Isaiah Williams, Jets. 93, Jack Beck, Raiders. 92, Devon Bailey, Saints. 91, Luke McCaffrey, Commanders. 90 through 81, Malik Washington, Dolphins. Roman Wilson, Steelers. Jalen Noel, Texans. Devontae Walker, Ravens. Trey Harris, Chargers. Jordan Whittington, Rams. Kendrick Bourne, Cardinals. John Dotson, Falcons. Ryan Flournoy, Cowboys. Calvin Austin III, Giants. 80 through 71, Jalen Naylor, Raiders. Khalif Raymond, Bears. Tyquan Thornton, Chiefs. Jalen Tolbert, Dolphins. Jalen Cooker, Panthers. Alamide Zakos, Falcons. Pat Bryant, Broncos. Isaac Tesla, Lions. Demario Douglas, Patriots. Trey Tucker, Raiders. 70 through 61. Parker Washington Jaguars, Adonai Mitchell Jets, Xavier Legette Panthers, Matthew Golden Packers, Keon Coleman Bills, Darius Slayton Giants, Josh Downs Colts, Andre Isovas Bengals, Jalen McMillan Buccaneers, Dontavion Wicks Eagles. 60 through 51. Rashad Bateman Ravens, Romeo Doubs Patriots, Jaden Reed Packers, Cooper Kupp Seahawks, Rashid Shaheed Seahawks, Juwan Jennings Vikings, Michael Wilson Cardinals, Wan'Dale Robinson Titans, Casey Concepcion Browns, Denzel Boston Browns. 50 through 41. Xavier Worthy Chiefs, Deebo Samuel 49ers, Keenan Allen Colts, Malik Lemon Eagles, Jordan Tyson Saints, Khalil Shakir Bills, Luther Burden III Bears, Christian Watson Packers, Alec Pierce Colts, Rashee Rice Chiefs. 40 through 31. Jacoby Myers Jaguars, Jerry Jeudy Browns, Michael Pittman Jr. Steelers, Jordan Addison Vikings, Emeka Egbuka Buccaneers, Tank Dell Texans, Quentin Johnson Chargers, Marvin Harrison Jr. Cardinals, Cardinal Tate Titans, Stephon Diggs Commanders. 30 through 21. DJ Moore Bills, Ladd McConkey Chargers, Chris Godwin Bucks, Brian Thomas Jr. Jaguars, DK Metcalf Steelers, Mike Evans 49ers, Roma Dunze Bears, Zay Flowers Ravens, Garrett Wilson Jets, Calvin Ridley Titans. Alright, 20 through 11. Jalen Waddle Broncos, Terry McLaurin Commanders, George Pickens Cowboys, Tatoria McMillan Panthers, Courtland Sutton Broncos, Chris Olave Saints, Malik Neighbors Giants, Jamison Williams Lions, T. Higgins Bengals, Drake London Falcons. And your top 10, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Number 10, Devontae Smith, Philadelphia Eagles. 9, Nico Collins, Houston Texans. 8, A.J. Brown, New England Patriots. 7, Davante Adams, Los Angeles Rams. 6, Puka Nacua, Los Angeles Rams. 5, C.D. Lamb, Dallas Cowboys. 4, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Lions. 3, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Seattle Seahawks. 2, Justin Jefferson, Minnesota Vikings. And your number one wide receiver heading into the season is Jamar Chase, Cincinnati Bengals. So anybody in the top 6 can be in any order. But I love Puka Nacua. But because of the off-field stuff, I had to bump him. I'm sorry. Smith and Jigba was really impressive. He broke out in a big way last year. St. Brown's one of my favorite players to bet on anytime touchdown for. He feels like a red zone automatic. But yeah, Jamar Chase and Jay Jetta are clearly the top 2 in my mind. But that top 6 could be the 1, 2, and then those 3 through 6 could be in any order. I think A.J. Brown's in for a big year. Devontae Adams I still think is really good. I just think that before he got to the Rams, he was stuck on some bad teams. Like the in-between Packers and Rams, obviously. Nico Collins has really emerged as a WR1 in a big way. Devontae Smith's in for a big year after A.J. Brown's departure. A guy that can move up that we're not thinking of. I think Brian Thomas Jr. could move up. He had a bad year last year, but he was really good his rookie year. I think he could be higher on this list at this time next year. Someone that could drop. Mike Evans is perennially high on this list, but he's at 25. I think he's nearing the end of his career. So, like, if he's playing next year, like, I won't be shocked if he's out of the top 40. All right, so there you have it for wide receiver rankings. Oh, and one more rookie most likely to be high on the list at this time next year. I mean, Malachi Fields of the Giants, I think someone that's going to be on this list next year and could potentially be high if he has a big rookie year. But Cardinal Tate, I think, could be top 20 next year for sure. All right, so now move on to what's next. On this day, brought to you by All Sports News. So on this day, August 21st, 2016 U.S. basketball wins Olympic gold. 2015 Mike Fiers throws no hitter. 2024 Joey Votto retires. 2015 Nats club Trey Turner. 2023 Michigan imposes 3-game suspension for Jim Harbaugh. 2024 Broncos name Bo Nix starting quarterback. 2017 Victor Cruz retires from the NFL. 2012 A's acquire Stephen Drew. 2017 Broncos named Trevor Siemian starting quarterback. 2019 Wild hired Bill Guerin as GM. 2018 Yu Darvish ruled out for the season for the Cubs. In 2013 Jason Hayward breaks his jaw. So there you have it for on this day. Next up is news and notes. Yankees third baseman Ryan McMahon to the 10-day IL with the thumb injury. That's not really a big loss. He's been a part of the problem this year offensively for them. Maybe his defense will be missed. Aaron Judge swinging off a tee as he starts hitting progression after the rib stress fracture. That's great news for the Yanks. That's the more important news. The Texans are eyeing a wide receiver. As they're trying for exploratory trade calls on Rashad Bateman and Kayshon Boutte, and then you also have those Giants guys in there as well, Darius Slayton and Darnell Mooney. That's someone else that wasn't on the Giants list. It was Slayton, obviously Malik, and who else? Oh, Calvin Austin. That's weird. And then Tyreek Hill is unlikely to sign soon, as he'll take his time picking his next team. I think Houston would be really good for him. So the big news of the day is that the Mavericks bought out Klay Thompson, and he is signing with the Miami Heat. And Bleacher Report made a big deal out of it, acting like Jokic got traded. Jannik Sinner to miss the U.S. Open due to right knee issue. That is a big loss for tennis. Seahawks wide receiver Jake Bobo injured his knee, and it's serious. That's not good. Carson Beck out against the Cowboys. Gardner Minshew will get the start for the Cardinals. Parker Washington returning to practice after undisclosed injury. George Kittle ahead of recovery. He has a legit chance to play in season opener after a visit with doctor on Wednesday. The T-Wolves and the Lynx get a new owner as Mark Stodd completes deal to become controlling owner of the two franchises. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert says others are trying to sow divisiveness and transgender debate. So, federal appeal court halts ruling allowing thousands of college players extra year of eligibility. That doesn't surprise me. I'm just trying to find other stuff. Jacob deGrom hits 2,000 strikeouts. That's pretty cool. We talked about Kate Anderson getting called up. Fernando Mendoza shouts out Joe Buck during the Raiders preseason game, so that's funny. NFL tight end Daquan Wright of the Browns enters the transfer portal. That's weird. The Cowboys and the Saints were both fined for actions that took place at the joint practice. Both teams are fined $500,000. The D-backs brass meets with Ketel Marte, GM Mike Hazen, and Marte had and his agent had productive conversation amid unexpected absence. The Ravens head coach Jesse Minter's rapping the Lose Yourself by Eminem at dinner. That's funny. And then teams are eyeing Joey Porter Jr. as multiple teams have wondered about a trade availability for him. Okay, so there you have it for news and notes. Best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. I'm gonna go. I think I've pretty much lost all my best bets this week, which is sad. I'm gonna go in baseball. There was one that I was like, oh, I'll take that. I usually don't take teams on a money line because this team's playing better than the other, and I don't know why they're such a short favorite. I'm going to go with the Tigers at minus 108. Against the Royals for my best bet of the day. So there you have it for the show. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything. I'll get everything come Monday as well. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone, and a great weekend.